I'll get you to comment on the most recent reports as well, suggesting ADQ is considering a listing of the airline and has held discussions with banks about a possible deal as soon as this year. Can you confirm that?
I mean, it's not for me to confirm the shareholder decisions, right? And the reality is the following. I mean, it's no secret, right, that ADQ has listed companies before. They have listed Abu Dhabi Ports, they have listed Pure Health, they have listed Taka, right? It's a listed company. So, I mean, it's our obligation as Etihad to be ready to IPO the company whenever the shareholder believes is the right time to do. And this is good even if you don't do it, right? I did an IPO in the New York Stock Exchange when I was in Azul, right? We listed Azul. We tried 4 times, right, before listing. So IPO is not a wish, right? A wish and an IPO, right? What happens with IPO is you have to have the market open. You have to have investors willing to invest, right? You have to have the company ready to do it. But what I can tell you from a management perspective is that we don't see an IPO as a final destination. It's just another lever that you can pull to have access to the markets, to capital markets, right? But we have access to that. We have access to the shareholder equity. And in my job, it's as a CEO, right? I need to have great governance. I need to have an airline that is expanding margins. I need to make money. And that will allow, right, one day the shareholder to decide to list or not list the company. I mean, you have many situations in the world like Twitter, for instance, right? It was a listed company, and then Elon Musk took it private. You see what I mean? So we forget companies, they go public, they go private. It's a cycle, right? What I can assure you is the following. We're working very hard so that our governance is top-notch, working very hard so that profitability is at the level that the shareholder can decide to IPO or not to IPO. It's more a balance sheet decision for the shareholder rather than something that I can comment on.
So as it stands today, given the current positioning of the company, the health and strength of the balance sheet, would you say that Etihad is ready to go public, or is there more work to be done here?
There's always work to be done. I mean, and you never know, right? That's the point. It depends also on the markets, right? How the markets, they perceive the company, right? So I need to be ready, and I'm working to be ready whenever it's the time. So I don't see how can it's not something that depends only on the internal aspect of the company, right? Etihad is going to be ready to IPO whenever it's the right time to do. These things you can compress in time, right? So let's say one day the shareholder tells me, look, you have 4 months to IPO, right? Let me play it differently, right? If the shareholder tells me that, I'm going to be ready. You see what I mean? So it's compressible. I mean, I've done before, and we're in the right direction.
So what I'm hearing is you are putting plans in place now to get the company ready to go public, correct?
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. What we're doing right now is we management are putting a lot of efforts in place so that the company can be compared to any other company that is listed, right? So I can check all the boxes, right? But not with that intention as an end game, because it's not an end game. In the end, I mean, we'll be in a situation that everything is ready and markets, they turn down and you don't do it. You see what I mean? So creating expectation about that is, IPO is a very simple process, right? You only know it 1 month before. That's it, right? And we're not 1 month into an IPO. Otherwise, it would be a public, right? Because whenever you decide, you have to make it public, right? And it would not be correct not to make it public, right? And but there's nothing concrete.
So what's your message to Etihad stakeholders, customers, employees, and partners regarding these reports?
My message is we should be all very proud that there is a speculation about that, because you don't see speculation about, I mean, 5 years ago, the speculation in the reports was, look, Etihad is going to be sold, Etihad is going to be shut down, right? I mean, it's actually it's a testament that we're doing a good job.